What brings you the most fulfillment in life? Do you fulfill yourself as an individual? Do the people around you fulfill you? The activities you participate within your day? The things you create? What brings you fulfillment in your own life? Now, most often, this question's answered with, well, my friends or my family. Oh, actually, my hobbies bring me a lot of fulfillment. Oftentimes, those hobbies are filled with lots of other people who share the same extracurricular activity as you, or maybe a sport you play. I guess that would be the extracurricular activity. But oftentimes, the center of fulfillment for ourselves is brought to us by the people around us, not often our own selves. And that can be detrimental, because what happens when the people around you no longer act the same or just aren't there anymore and can't give you that same level of fulfillment? It's important to be able to conjure all important emotions from within yourself. You need to be able to fulfill yourself, make yourself happy, etc. Because, hey, if you can't make yourself happy, how are you going to make the people around you happy? How are you going to make other people feel fulfilled? It's very important to work on oneself before you try and outwardly help anyone else. And sometimes just helping yourself is helping other people. When we are at a loss in our lives, we are looking for fulfillment, we are looking to fill a void, whether it be emotionally, physically, who knows. Oftentimes, the given advice by everyone around us is to look for friends, look for people who can support you, join a community. This one can be especially dangerous. But it's seldom you are told to look inwards and fix yourself. You might be the problem. It's not who you're surrounding yourself with. Now, that's taken in a different context, because sometimes the people you surround yourself with can be the ones impacting you. But in this regard, I mean, it's not going to solve the issue by surrounding yourself with more people. A lot of us, we find a community within our lives, maybe a community for a like-minded hobby or a sport. Maybe we find a community of people who are the same as us, ethnically, or especially nowadays sexually. We look for communities where we have a lack of connection. Now, this dilemma can easily be solved by just making connections in our lives, but sometimes that's very difficult. And without a baseline, a hobby to connect with, or just a set community where you know you are going to meet people, it really is difficult for people to go out there, meet like-minded people, and make those connections. Oftentimes when we have this idea or like a thought of a community that's bonding everyone together, there's often an expectation of you to give something to that community or to be adding something beneficially. It's not always just a community where you can go be a part of and leave at the end of the day. Now, this is being very general, extremely general. There's going to be groups, communities out there that are going to maybe be the perfect fit for your life, maybe add a ton, but you need to go about it in the right way. If you were just looking for this perfect group, community to join so you can fill a void in your life, to feel happiness, to feel like you've got the connections that you never had, well, you're going to be probably one of those people who expect more from others than they need to give in a community. And you might end up removing yourself from it due to general unhappiness because you feel people aren't giving enough, or, oh, they don't care about this community as much as I do. Why aren't they giving as much as I am? Why don't they give as much energy? That's not what it's about. And a lot of people will deter themselves from joining what could be very beneficial and awesome communities for themselves just because they feel as though the people within that community aren't giving as much as they need to be. And this is one of the first core ideas in what starts to detrimentally affect communities and what tears them apart and often brings us more negative emotions than positive emotions. the feeling that you need to fit in or that everybody else around you should be fitting in. The idea that a community is a group of like-minded or similar individuals, when truly a community, by definition, is just people who support each other and are within close proximity. A community does not need to be a group of all similar, like-minded individuals. You need a ton of different people to actually make a successful community or group. You need thinkers, you need doers, you need just beers. You can't just have all of one kind of people. Now, this leads us to the second and one of the largest issues with communities. There is often a monetary requirement to join these communities, whether it be through an actual payment to be there, equipment required to join, maybe even social standing required to be there. The monetary requirement and barrier to some of these communities is what truly upsets a lot of people and can deter them from joining. Now, this, I think, is important for certain communities because not everybody, especially in, like, say golf. Golf has a quite high monetary requirement in order to be able to play the game. So you need to be able to afford the equipment, the clubs, your clothing, and then your pass to each club. Now, a lot of people can look at this and say, well, that's not fair. The monetary requirement to get into the golf community, that's way too high, and it's not something that I can reasonably afford. Well, golf's probably not for you, and it's not a good community for you to join. Now, say you truly enjoy the game of golf, and that sport, just playing it, actually the skill itself, improving on the skill, brings you a lot of enjoyment. Well, maybe this kitty is wanting a ton of attention, and I need to focus on my words here. But the game of golf, just like any game, say, we're using golf as an example, but this applies to all sports, all hobbies, everything. See, I'm just worried because this guy bites you when you friggin' don't pet him. And just like hobbies, sometimes you don't always have a lot to give, and then they bite you in the butt because of it. But with golf and any other expensive hobbies, groups, it's not always the monetary requirement that's holding you back. It's the social pressures because, golf's a fancy sport. You got to have the nicest clothes. You got to have the best clubs. You're not going to that club. Oh, you're going to this club. Oh, it's not as nice. Well, it's way cheaper. None of that matters. And this applies to every hobby, every group, everything you do. If you're finding genuine enjoyment in it, don't let the social standard of what is supposed to be stop you from enjoying it. That's what communities can... Back there, my cat just needed a little bit of love, just like everybody else. So now that I'm done there, let's see if I can remember about what I was talking about. But yeah, don't let the monetary expectation or barrier of certain communities or hobbies stop you. Now, this is the same concept for pretty much everything that might be stopping you from doing a hobby or an activity. If it's the social pressures, maybe not knowing anybody who does the activity, you don't got any friends there, so it's going to be awkward when I go for my first time. The monetary pressures, I don't have as nice of equipment as everybody else. I'm not going to be able to afford to go every single week, but, so I don't want to go. And whatever the pressures may be, don't let it stop you, because every other person in there just is there for pretty much the same reason as you. There's going to be some bad apples, and if those bad apples, those outliers, stop you from doing things, well, you're not going to do very much in your life, because there's going to be outliers in every single thing, and they might make it seem like it sucks or make it seem like you're not good enough, whatever that person may have made you feel, but then there's going to be 9 other people who are going to tell you the complete opposite, who are going to be welcoming, who are going to be kind, want to help you. Just because there's people in this world who have, bad intentions or who are just selfish doesn't mean there aren't the opposite type of people. There's got to be a even mix of both, right? So don't get discouraged because of a couple bad experiences. Now, talking so negatively, really, about communities, groups, and everything, I feel like I should also talk about the benefits and explain how to equally, benefit from communities without negatively affecting yourself. Communities bring along so much social interaction, the possibility for connections and new experiences, but like I've explained in this video, they can also hold you back in many ways, consciously, subconsciously, many ways. So it's important to master the community, master your own mind. This is all one, this is, got a little ahead of myself there. This is just one of the many concepts that encompasses life as a whole. There is no one concept that once you figure it out, you've just got things figured out. But this is just one of the many. And also, this isn't to say everything I'm saying is going to be exactly true to your life. I'm trying to speak generally and leave room for interpretation and also talk about the multitude of situations that could be happening for people. But really, you got to take everything in stride and live it in your own way, because no one or two people's lives are going to be the same. Everybody lives differently, everybody has different experiences, and the way it all compartmentalizes into your own life, well, it's going to be different. So just take what I say with a grain of salt and figure out how it applies to your own life. But yes, so these social connections that you can build up through communities, the experiences you get, they're all beneficial and awesome. But you've got to draw the line and remember that fulfillment, enjoyment, happiness, it all comes from you first. You can go to these places and you can get it. You can be happy about the things that you do. But if you are going there unhappy, you're going there unfilled, and you are expecting these voids to just be filled, you are going to end up taking more than you give and walk away with nothing. Communities are meant for us to all enjoy together and to benefit from, to flourish, and to just live life as one entity. We are on this planet all together, interlinked, connected. There's no one person who can just live a life completely disconnected from everyone else. We're all connected in one way or another. So next time you go, you join your local club, community, whatever it may be, even the Discord you hop in, just think about what you are adding to the community and what you expect to get from it. Oftentimes, people will expect too much from you, but don't let that affect you or deter you. Go with enjoyment and just happiness in your heart. And if that's all you have to give, that's often all you're going to receive. Thanks so much for listening today, guys. I hope that you're finding connection in your life. You're hopefully not dealing with too many of these problems, but if you are, I hope that some way you're able to learn from this video or find something that made you think just a little bit. I don't want anybody to feel stuck out there, because there's answers and there's options. You just got to go looking for them. And sometimes they're not easy and they may suck, but the truth is never easy, and what's easy is often never true. Have a great day, guys. I'm Sam from BHNO Media. Take care.